OBJECTION!
So while I've been vomiting into the wee hours of the night, and this also happened 2 nights ago, I really need some new medication. I need some nausea medication, but I don't have insurance. So, yeah, I gotta figure that out. But to just try to relax after not having a good night, game. Distractions. Interactions. Teddy bears. I thought Edward took that one. March 22nd, 9:14 p.m. Gatewater Hotel, Karita's hotel room. It's past 4 p.m. already, isn't it? I wonder if Mr. Edgeworth has already found Mystic Maya. These things take time. I'd say probably not. The police are professionals, Pearls. They'll find her, so don't you worry. And if we can win a not guilty verdict tomorrow, then everything will be okay. I'm already bad at reading and speaking, and voices, so expect it, like, worse today. You're right. So the person who killed Mr. Karita was that assassin, Mr. Shelley Killer, right? And that card Miss Andrews found at the crime scene seems to be proof of that. But if that's the case, then a new question comes to mind. Who was the one that hired the killer to begin with? Who is his client? You mean, who asked for the murder? That person didn't want to dirty their own hands in blood. But whoever this client is, they're still a killer. Who? Who could have hired the assassin? Do you think it was Miss Andrews? I wonder. But if she was the client, then why go through the effort to stab the knife into the corpse herself? Oh, hello, my friend. I haven't seen you in the room in a while, but you also been missing forever, haven't you? Even though we've been talking. But if Miss Andrews was the client, then no, it can't be. Matt Engard himself? If Master Engard really did hire the assassin, then he is not as innocent at all. Far from it, he would be guilty of the crime. Hello, hello. But it can't be Mr. Engard, right? I mean, when we first talked to him... Mr. Engard, I'd like to ask you one more question. Did you kill Mr. Juan Karita? Alright, just so we're clear, dude. I didn't kill anyone, and that includes Juan Karita, okay? I didn't see any Cyclocks at that time. Actually, that reminds me. Did you remember something, Mr. Nick? Yeah, something Miss Andrews said at the trial today. She said something interesting. So what is this interesting thing? Oh, that's right. You didn't hear it, did you, Pearls? Juan had bet everything on Jammin' Ninja this year. And if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure Matt was going down with him. That's what he thought anyway. My nose itches. It looked like somehow Juan had his hands on a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed. I'm so hungry. Mr. Engard's secret? What is this secret? My nose. I don't know yet. But for now, let's think about it this way. Mr. Karita was going to reveal this secret. That means Mr. Engard had plenty of motive to have Mr. Karita silenced. Which means we have to meet Mr. Engard. There's no way around it. Mr. Engard! Not that, Rump. Oh, but first, March 22nd, Gatewater Hotel hallway. Wow, it's really getting late, isn't it, Mr. Nick? Yeah, it's past 9 p.m. already. We still have some things to prepare for tomorrow's trial. There's still some matter of the secret Mr. Karita held about Mr. Engard, and Miss Andrews' real intentions. These are 2 things I must know tonight. But aren't visiting hours over at the detention center? I'm sure we'll think of something, Pearls. Don't you worry. March 22nd, Gatewater Hotel, Viola Hall. Oh god, not Miss Old Mags. Hey, wait. What is it, whippersnapper? All I know is nothing that anything good that anything to do with you is ever good. Like just now, I was handed this strange device for who knows what reason, and I was told to use it to search the whole hotel. That's the bug sweeper, isn't it? The one Gumshoe made. I don't know, and frankly, I don't care, but the request came from Edgy Poo, so... Edgeworth? And he said... If you feel angry, direct your anger at that unsophisticated lawyer. And so I'm going to feel free to direct all my anger towards you. Ugh, gee, thanks a bundle, Edgeworth. What a pal you are. This is absolutely top secret, so you better keep it to yourself. I heard they found a spy camera hidden in one of the presents. Very interesting. I'm sure it was, you know. It was to catch poor Juan in the middle of the scandalous meeting. Scandalous? What's that? It means, well, you know, that gossip that's been going around about what my dear Juan... Oh, you mean that thing about Miss Andrews. But I'm sure she must have had some reason for eating close to Mr. Karita. I'll let you in on another secret, young'un. I know who planted that spy camera. It was that obnoxious, puffy-haired photographer girl. The nerve of some people. My diaphragm is not. Spying on people by herself, as if I wouldn't want to see it for myself, too. Wow, the alien actually admitted her true intentions for a change. I don't know what you're thinking exactly, but I can bet that it's nothing good. I didn't say anything. So you want to know about Juan and that manager, Wright? Actually, as I hear, they were something of a refreshing pair, those two. Oh? I tell you, Juan really welcomed that manager with open arms, I heard. That manager? Who are you talking about? You don't know? That manager Juan had... Whoever... It's a shame she killed herself, though. You're talking about Miss Celeste Impacts, Miss Andrews' mentor, right? Yes, that's the one. That Celeste girl. She was supposed to get married, you know. Married? You mean to Mr. Karita? Really, you young kids today don't know anything, do you? That girl Celeste killed herself 3 days after their marriage announcement. 3 days after their marriage announcement? What in the... Why would Miss Impacts want to kill herself? She was going to get married. Well, that's because she was thrown away, you see, by Juan. What? But they were going to get married, right? They promised each other, right? They held a grand announcement session, but 3 days later, Juan suddenly canceled their marriage. Is that true? It was in the weekly magazines. But why? Why did he do that? That was not in the magazines, unfortunately. I see. At night after Juan cut off the wedding, that manager, Celeste, killed herself. How terrible. She might. At least I don't have to do a full smoker's voice, because that kills me. Voices kill me. When I'm tired, doing voices kills me more, which is today. Ding, ding, ding. I wonder what happened between those two. Do you want to look at this? Nope. Not really. March 22nd, Gatewater Hotel lobby. On that night, there must have been at least a few hundred people here. And the thing is, I still have to do Deathmark 2, which I did voices in the first time, and I actually tried as hard as this girl can try on voices, and that still sucks. Especially when there's more male characters. Females, I just gotta change the lilt. Men, I gotta figure out an accent or change my tone, which is not good. I guess please. I guess the police are done with their questioning and investigation. It looks like things here in the lobby have finally calmed down. I mean, the whole original playthrough is on YouTube. Like when I was speaking for a thug guy and he said something and then I went country bell because of it and I could not get out of it. So I started having to go, yo, before he said anything or I couldn't get back. It was like, it wasn't gonna work. March 22nd, Wright and Cola offices. It doesn't look like Mr. Scruffy Detective is here. Well, he's out there with the camera asking around all the electronic stores. Then I'll make some salad for him for dinner. Looks like Pearls really appreciates what Gumshoe's doing for us. Yeah. I think because he said like something like, well, I never, or he said something that is very much Southern Belle, like, terminology, and I couldn't. I went from going thug to fringing. And then after I got over that, I kept trying to go back into it and say it again, and every time, it just, country, Southern Belle going on. Mr. Nick? Yes? Where is the lettuce? I don't think I've ever bought lettuce before. That was my stomach. Oh, I guess I have to give up on making a salad then. Guess the lack of lettuce is kind of a problem. It wasn't his actual voice, is not what I was saying. I was just saying I got tripped up in his dialogue. I guess I'll have to find the video and like post it here if I remember for YouTube when I break down this episode. Yeah, I'll just have you come on for when I do Deathmark 2 and be like, you read for the thugs. Then then I'm gonna be called racist. And you know why. March 22nd, detention center, visitors room. 15 hours ended a few hours ago. Looks like we're not going to get a chance to talk to Mr. Engard tonight. But isn't what we have to ask very important? Yeah, but I don't think it matters to the guard. March 22nd, police station, Colonel's Affairs. It feels sort of tense in here, doesn't it, Mr. Nick? Yeah, it does. I wonder if something happened. You're Mr. Engard's lawyer, right? Yes, sir. Well, we've finally found just the person we've been looking for, a real decisive witness. A decisive witness? You mean for the Engard case? We're taking the witness's statement right now. Gotta hand it to Mr. Edgeworth. What's Edgeworth up to now? Who is this witness? I think you know this person quite well, Mr. Lawyer. Mr. Nick? Big ol' risk for you, but it's a risk I'm willing to take, yeah. Between the kidnapper's demand and now this, I can't see any way to win here. Oh yeah. Mr. Edgeworth wanted me to tell you something. He did? Even though visiting hours are long over at the detention center, he wanted me to grant you special permission, so there you go. What? What? I've already called them so they know. Go on, go talk to your heart's content. Thank you very much. This is such good news, Mr. Nick. Go talk to your heart's content. Sounds like the police are pretty sure they have tomorrow's trial in the bag. March 22nd, detention center, visitors room. I'm sure they must have transferred Miss Andrews here by now. So that means that both Mr. Engard and Miss Andrews are in this detention center. Now then, whose story do I want to hear? Let's start with Matt Engard. Dude, it's Mr. Wright. I hope you can get me off this hook tomorrow. I'm counting on you. I hope so too. That was my stomach. I don't know if you heard that. Adverse just dropped a bombshell on me by saying that Juan Crito was killed by an assassin, that the assassin's client is this man, Matt Engard. What's wrong? Mr. Engard, there's something I must know with 100% certainty. You seem kind of different. You're totally not like your usual self, dude self. Lawyer, dude self, dude self. Lawyer, dude self. Doodly doodly dude. About the press conference. You mean the one where Juan was gonna dress up as a nickel samurai? Yeah. I heard a little more about it from Miss Andrews. I've vomited a lot the last 2 days, so I don't know if I've really kept food down for 2 days. It looked like somehow Juan had his hands on a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career. Yeah, we already know all that. Could you please fill me in on what this secret is, please? Ooh. Oh, Oh, shit! I knew this was coming. Mr. Nick, don't tell me. Cyclops. You said a secret, right? But I don't have any idea what it is. Do you, dude? Did you know about Mr. Krita and Miss Andrews' relationship? Well, it's all over the tabloids, dude. But I don't know any of the details, if that's what you mean. Look, how many times do I have to tell you? I don't care what Juan did with his life. Miss Andrews, she had a purpose in mind when she started seeing Mr. Krita. Her mentor was Mr. Krita's manager, and Miss Andrews was going to get Miss Celeste Impact's suicide note from him. Celeste. Did that jog any memories? Yeah. I might need to just look around for some really good natural anti-nausea meds. And hope I can stomach it too. Dude, I suddenly just got totally hungry. You up for some pizza? My treat. I would love some pizza. Mr. Nick, what is pizza? Is it a kind of pea, like green peas? Let's go eat one later, okay? I got cut off by the pizza dude at the shop. That's too bad. Well, how about we get our minds off this topic and talk about something else, okay? Mr. Engard, are you connected to Miss Impact's suicide in some way? Not that. Miss Adrian Andrews, I need you. Oh, it's you. I'm sorry to be visiting such a late hour, but there are a few questions I absolutely have to ask you tonight. Me? I thought your client was Matt. I'm sure Miss Andrews knows something. She can't be clueless about this secret Mr. Krita had on Mr. Engard. I'd like to ask you about Matt Engard, if you don't mind. Mr. Wright, you still don't know, do you? The real him, I mean. You seem to bear a lot of resentment towards Mr. Engard. If that's the case, then why did you become his manager? And why would you become intimate with his rival? That has nothing to do with this case. Nothing. I have no clue what voice I gave her originally. I'm too tired to think. About Miss Celeste Impacts. I had finally put her death behind me. And now, thanks to you, it's all coming back to the surface. I'm sorry? Yes, I was shocked by her suicide. And it's true that when I heard the rumor that Juan was the one who had hidden her suicide note, I began to draw close to him. I wanted to get her suicide note back and to burn it. You wanted to burn it? But why? I didn't want it to spread like just another piece of gossip. But I never held any murderous intent towards Juan. I would never do something so stupid. A suicide note, huh? I wonder what it said. Why did you try to frame Mr. Engard? That's simple, because he's the killer, that's why. Isn't it the duty of every good citizen to inform the police? But there had to be another way. The police are excellent at doing their job, so they'd figure it out, right? Yes, they're so good that they couldn't figure out the real truth behind Celeste's death. Miss Andrews? Well, I know you're not the type of person to do something without a reason, so please tell me why you did what you did. Revenge. Huh? Did you say something just now? Shit. Okay, not as many at least. Doctor me later. That sounds weird, don't... Don't you understand yet? You're not my lawyer. To be honest, you're more like my enemy. But... I'm sure I just heard Miss Andrews say, revenge. Take that! Let's see if we can do this. Why frame him? Can you please tell me why you framed Mr. Engard for the murder? I've already told you countless times. It's because I thought Matt was the killer. No, that's not it. I know you have a personal reason to dislike Mr. Engard. Miss Andrews, you may think I didn't hear it, but I know you said something earlier. You said revenge. So, you're saying I was taking my revenge out on Matt, and that's why? Well, what an absurd idea. I don't know. I don't have anything I want to take revenge for. Miss Andrews, a woman who lives by being dependent on other people. There is something or someone in her past that would make her take revenge. Ooh, I don't have any healthcare, but wouldn't it be her? Are you trying to help or hurt Matt with what you're doing? Huh? What do you mean? This random haphazard throwing out evidence you're so fond of doing. That's not what I'm doing. Okay. Oh, we died. Mr. Nick, if you push yourself anymore, your soul will shatter. Please calm down, collect your thoughts, and try again. Alright. Interesting. What is this? What is going on my phone? Ouchie. My cousin just nearly killed himself at work by slitting his wrist with a knife on accident. March 22nd, police station, criminal affairs department. Oh, Mr. Wright, please, you have to help me. Uh-oh. Mr. Powers? What happened? Why are you here? Everybody's messaging me. You see, I got roped into this somehow. What? And now I'm going to testify at tomorrow's trial. The decisive witness is Mr. Powers. I was talking with a detective until a little while ago, and I was on my way home, when all of a sudden, you're under arrest, and I was brought back here. Oh. And he said my face and whole self in general looked suspicious or something. Well, I guess I can see how they thought you looked suspicious. I'm just a normal guy on an exercise show for kids. Is that a crime? So about this testimony you're giving, what are you going to talk about? I really don't know yet. But it sounds like I saw something pretty important from what they tell me. You saw something important? How is he living your life? You want to be on a kid's exercise program? What? What? What was it? Well, the detective told me not to talk about it. You can't tell anyone, and especially not that lawyer, he said. Who do you think is that lawyer the detective was talking about? I'm going to take a wild guess and say it's me. Yeah, you got it. Mr. Nick, Mystic Maya and myself are your only two allies in this whole world, but it's alright. Ouch! I don't really have a lot of friends, do I? This is going to do a lot of damage to Matt, you know, because he's got that refreshing like a spring breeze image going. But what is it? But what is he really like? Well, let's see. Matt's always been kind of a player with women. He would never really turn a pretty face away, if you know what I mean. He'd always say it's just a game to justify himself. What? How horrible! That's unforgivable! Okay, now I'm gonna take a wild guess. He had an affair with one's manager, fiance, and that's why the guy called it off. Or a fake affair. Ow, sorry, didn't mean to offend you. But you know, he said once that there's only one person in the world who won't swoon over me. One person who wouldn't swoon over him? His manager, you know. Miss Adrian Andrews. Why is Mr. Power suddenly looking kind of energetic? You see, I'm actually a sucker for gossip. I mean, celebrities in their world have this dazzling sort of image, right? A dazzling sort of image, but why are you still in your same outfit from 2 days ago? That's my question now. But aren't you part of that dazzle, Mr. Powers? No, I'm more of a hairy, sweaty, smelly, brutish kind of guy, you see. But it's okay, really. I can hear plenty of gossip about about a lot of the other stars around me as things happen. Oh, getting arrested for looking suspicious. Is this a joke because you're black? Just gonna put that out there so people know it's not me making that joke, it's you. He said it is. Laughing my ass off. Well, that's true. Oh, hey, at least you got the doctor. You can just be like, I'm a doctor. Oh, hey, so did you hear about this yet? About Miss Andrews' mentor and her suicide? You mean Miss Impacts? We heard something about how her wedding was canceled. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I thought about it a little the other day about the mysterious death. Hey, Mr. Wright, why don't you ask me about that? Go on. Mr. Powers is so charged up, his skin is practically glowing with electricity. Hey, so have you heard this? Celeste left a suicide note. And they say that Juan went and hid it. We heard about that in court today. There wasn't any actual proof that she had left a note. Well, this is what I think. I think that something bad was written on that note. Something bad for Juan, that is. Something bad for Mr. Kurita? Why do you figure so? Well, before she died, Celeste talked with a few of her friends, and she said it looks like I got caught up with a truly insidious man. A truly insidious man? Did she mean Mr. Kurita by that? Well, there's no one else that fits the bill, right? And that would be reason enough for him to hide the suicide note. Unless it was actually about Mr. Engard, and back then he wasn't trying to hurt him, and so he put him away. Oh, it was a broken dish that he cut himself on. He said he'll disinfect it when he gets home. I see. Well, that's some good info, thank you. You're welcome. Mr. Engard and Miss Andrews, they're both at the detention center right now. There are still things I don't understand or know about, but I'm sure I have to get the two of them to tell me everything. Mr. Nick, your phone! Hey, that's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? I don't like the sound of this ringtone right now. It sounds kind of ominous. Yeah, I know. Hello? We're in trouble now, pal. I'll be back at the office really soon. What's wrong? Something really unexpected just happened. Mr. Edgeworth, Edgeworth? Anyway, hurry up and get back to the office, pal. I don't know what's going on, but it'll be... Hello? He got cut off. What's going on, Mr. Nick? Gumshoe said we need to get back to the office right away. Then we should hurry back. I'm scared to go back. What are you talking about, Mr. Nick? Pull yourself together. Maybe it'll be a good news. Somehow I doubt that. March 22nd, Rancola office. What took you so long, pal? Mr. Edgeworth couldn't stick around forever and had to go. Well, what happened? We got him. We know who bought the spy camera. Eh? This so quickly? And this bear is what gave them away, pal. The bear. I figured it out, pal. I figured that we should have been looking into the bear instead of the camera. But wasn't Mr. Edgeworth... Shh, Pearls. And go on. There's only one person who bought one of these bears who's related to this crime. Who is it? Who would be so rude as to spy on another person in their room? Matt Engard. Huh? Matt Engard. Your client, that's who, pal. And here I thought things couldn't get any worse. Are you sure you heard right? The person who bought this bear was... I heard it from the department store clerk, pal. This is the credit card receipt for the purchase. It's for $3,800, pal. That's the exact match to the price of that stuffed bear. A receipt? That's all you have? Nah, it's not just the receipt, pal. The store clerk said so himself. Told me I'm sure I sold the bear to Mr. Engard. I mean, the clerk even got Mr. Engard's autograph out of it, pal. So I'm sure the person that bought the stuffed bear was Mr. Engard himself. My sight is failing me. This can't be. So what about the spy camera we found? That was a dead end, pal. I mean, you can't get this kind of thing from anywhere. But for now, I guess I can give these back to you to file away into evidence. This is the second game. This is the last episode in the second game, then I get to go to the third game. I know you don't want to give up, pal. I didn't think it was possible. The person who put the spy camera in Juan Kurita's room was Matt Engard. Why? Why would Mr. Engard do something like this? I bet it was to catch Miss Andrews and Mr. Kurita in one of their rendezvous. I bet is not good enough for me. I have to know the absolute truth behind this camera. Are you going to see him? Mr. Engard, I mean. Yes. I'm scared, Mr. Nick. I wonder what we will find out next. I'm scared myself, but I have to put on a good face for Pearls. Mr. Engard, what in the world have you done?